Today on Control Freaks, we go behind the scenes with a motion capture artist, take a sneak peek at a yet-to-be-released work in progress, and a couple of superstars make it big on Australia's only computer and video game show, Control Freaks.
Forget New York, Paris and Tokyo, the latest place to be put on the virtual map is Sydney, Australia. In Project Gotham Racing 2, players will be able to race around Sydney in all its fully researched photorealistic recreation glory. You can even listen to your favourite music from Sydney-based radio stations such as Nova 96.9, 2Day FM and Triple M. The live-enabled Project Gotham Racing 2 will be speeding onto the shelves in November.
The Sims 2, the next generation of one of the most popular PC games of all time, is due for release early in 2004. A major advance in Sims gameplay is that everything takes place in an amazingly lifelike 3D world. For the first time, players control their Sims over an entire lifetime. The groundbreaking addition of genetics with the DNA of Sims passed down through generations gives players a more vivid, realistic and in-depth Sims experience.
Ever wanted to make a PS2 game? Can't afford the thousands and thousands of dollars for that dev kit you've been itching to get your hands on? If this sounds like you, then the Linux kit for the PS2 could be the answer you're looking for. PS2 Linux distribution makes homebrew game programming and experimentation on the PS2 platform affordable. It's a serious tool for programmers and budding game developers, and we understand it's only available online. Over the past few years, EA Sports have established the FIFA soccer franchise as the premier soccer title, and FIFA Football 2003 is no exception. The usual options, including team management and multiplayer, are here, as well as the new addition of being able to pick from your side's authentic home and away Guernseys. The graphics are excellent, from the superb authenticity of stadiums like the Old Trafford and Highbury, right down to the highly detailed pitches, weather conditions and chants from the crowds, which all combined to add to an electric atmosphere for each and every match. Add to this some of the best commentary yet from John Motson and Ali McCoy, and you'll forgive yourself for thinking you're watching a real-life game. The ball control is incredibly lifelike, with players able to produce intricate passes with the outside of their boots, as well as easily intercepting any wayward offensive moves. You can no longer take huge dashes down the wing like in previous versions, as it's much harder to control the ball at top speed. Scoring goals has also become much more difficult, with merely holding down the shoot button no longer doing the job. You have to precisely place your shot if you want to have any chance of catching the goalie offline. With EA set to bring out FIFA 2004 later in the year, it's hard to see how they can improve on this version, although we definitely hope they can.
This preview is brought to you by Take-Two Interactive. Piglet may be very small, but he puts on a brave face as he sets out to rescue his friends by turning their bad dreams into good ones. When Pooh, Tigger, Roo, Rabbit, Owl and Eeyore begin having dreams in which they lose their precious treasures, it's up to Piglet to save the day and find the missing items. Piglet's big game is available now on PlayStation 2 and Nintendo Gamecube. Coming up on Control Freaks, the Hulk on the small screen and Xbox gets grabbed by the Ghoulies.
Control Freaks!
Australia is well and truly in the grip of Hulk fever, and the Game Boy Advance hasn't missed out on any of the action either. The big green monster bursts his way onto the GBA in the smash and grab action game, The Incredible Hulk. Your mission is simple: smash and punch your way through levels. With the Hulk constantly in a rage, the game loses its initial appeal and does lack variety. Great fun, however, if you're just having one of those days where you want to release a bit of that built-up anger. 2.5 stars.
Send your Sims on the road to superstardom in the most talked about expansion yet from the Sims catalogue. Step beyond your local neighbourhood to the place where stars are born, Studio Town. There are mini-games that reward you with fame and plenty of cash, schmooze, network and name drop with other celebrities. So get that trophy cabinet ready, put on your flashiest outfit and smile for the cameras. It's time to be a superstar. Our rating for this Super Sim expansion, 4 stars. With Xbox Live established in the States and due for release here in October, we're bringing you the first of many live updates to keep you in the know and to fill you in on the latest live-enabled games. The first 2 titles that we take a look at are the American Football League game NFL 2K3 and the bone-crunching online ice hockey game NHL 2K3. The online functionality of both games allows you to plug your Xbox into your broadband modem and go head-to-head against other users from around the world. During a game, up to 8 people can play online at the one time, with 4 players on each side. Choose from either the Quick Match mode or an Opti Match, where you can create your own game, customised to your experience and skill level. You can also search for other games already online that match your criteria. One of the best features with the online service is the ability to download extra content, which allows you to update season stats, rosters, and even player attributes. The Control Freaks PC Gaming Update, brought to you by the Intel Pentium 4 processor with hyper-threading technology. Turbo boost your performance.
Republic, the revolution. Liberate, manipulate or dictate. Following the fall of the mighty Soviet Union, the Republic of Novostrana verges on collapse and numerous factions struggle for power.
You start with nothing more than a small base of local support, from which you must build a nationwide faction powerful enough to oust the president and enforce a new republic. Your personal leadership style is initially derived from a series of questions. However, thousands of variables allow you to decide what kind of leader you will be throughout the game. Republic is a massively open-ended real-time strategy with elements of role-playing which delivers incredible depth of play. Each Novostranian possesses their own set of routines, beliefs and emotions that characterise their responses to the player actions. This is a thinker's game, where so many elements and variations will ensure every player has a unique gaming experience.
Viva la revolution!
The Control Freaks test station is a Packard Bell P801. It's powered by the latest Intel Pentium 4 processor with hyper-threading technology that runs at a very grunty 3 GHz. It's got 512 megs of RAM, a 120 gig hard disk, and a 17-inch LCD flat screen. Oh, and a DVD rewriter just for good measure. We think that working in a video games utopia has made the team here at Control Freaks either very nice or completely insane, because we're going to give it away to one lucky viewer. For your chance to win the latest Intel Pentium 4 processor-based PC with hyper-threading technology 3.06 GHz, simply go to this website, enter your details, and tell us in 25 words or less how a new Pentium 4 processor with hyper-threading technology-based PC will turbocharge your gaming experience. We'll pick a winner at the end of the series, so start typing, and our very own PC could be yours. The Control Freaks PC Gaming Update, brought to you by the Intel Pentium 4 processor with hyper-threading technology. Turbo boost your performance.
We've been given a sneak peek at Rare's new title for the Xbox, Grabbed by the Ghoulies. Rare is famous for its colourful, immersive environments, and Grabbed by the Ghoulies is no exception. You play a boy named Cooper, who is out to rescue his girlfriend who's been grabbed by the Ghoulies. The gameplay involves exploring the mansion, solving puzzles and defeating enemies in each room. With fully interactive environments, you use anything as a weapon, including the furniture and even bits of your fallen enemies. From the makers of Perfect Dark and GoldenEye, what we've seen of Grabbed by the Ghoulies is a definite shift in direction. When the game comes out, we'll give you a full review.
Coming up, the man behind the Midtown Madness motion capture artistry, Superstars on 2 wheels, and the Maya 5 competition.
Control freeze!
2-wheeled, high-flying, stunt-packed racing comes to life with SX Superstar, now available on all major consoles. Offering an in-depth championship career mode, SX Superstar contains more than just racing challenges. You start out as a complete nobody, with a pittance of funds, a below-average bike, a feral flat, and a girlfriend that, well, let's just say that it's a good thing that everything is upgradable. As one of 24 wild and crazy riders, win your way through the season calendar to earn race and stunt points. Arcade mode is initially great for practicing and getting used to the controls, but it doesn't really provide much lasting entertainment until you unlock over 20 tracks by succeeding in the championship mode. Split-screen multiplayer races give you the chance to race one-on-one through your choice of any unlocked tracks. Graphics do well to represent the high-speed racing action. Weather effects are a prominent factor both in the look of the game and the way your bike handles. Course designs reflect their locale well and provide an interesting background for the Supercross riders, who are all very similar in appearance. Backed by a hard rock soundtrack with enough grunt to please extreme sports fans, SX Superstar does a great job of bringing the bikes to life with realistic engine noise and surface-specific sound effects. Supercross racing has never looked so good. If you think you've got what it takes, grab your bike and carve yourself a place on the SX Superstars podium.
Midtown Madness 3, the third installment in the legendary Madcap racing series, known for diverse vehicles, detailed cities, and diving pedestrians. But one man stands above all others in the secret art of motion capture. Join us now, behind the scenes.
All right, everybody, we're back in. Back to one. Pictures up and settle.
All right, everyone. It's a beautiful day in Paris. The sun is out. The Eiffel Tower is shining. We're all just walking through our day, not expecting anything to happen. Vive la France, all the rest of it. Let's do it.
Roll camera. Camera speed.
Paris diver pedestrian, take 32. Marker.
Cue background. Cue vehicle.
And action. Cut.
What's the problem? Who is that guy? Brian the Grip. Who? Well, he's been here all week. He's been wearing the same shirt.
I don't recognize him. Look, I don't know what my motivation is for the scene.
What your motivation is there's a car coming to you and you're trying to dive out of the way.
Yeah, but I don't see the car. There is no car yet for me, okay?
What?
I don't see
the
it.
Bumper.
That is not a car. That is a guy with lights on his hat.
We can't get a whole car in here.
That would be wonderful. Couldn't you?
No, we can't.
I can't dive until I see a car!
Mike, come back here.
Figure it out!
People think that being a motion capture artist is easy. Anyone can dive. Oh, sure, just dive? No. You've got to see the car coming at you. Driving toward you. 2 tons of raw steel. And you see it, and at the last moment, bam, you're out of the way. That's motion capture.
Michael White is,
He's an artist, a genius, really. Does he create problems on the set? Yes. Is he difficult to work with? Yes. Is he difficult to direct? Yes. Is he difficult on the crew? Yes. Has he made me question why I'm in this business? Yes.
See, I know about talent. Did you see him in Project Gotham Racer as a driver? It was emotional, man. You got to keep tissues there, and one hand driving and one trying to wipe a tear.
He's like, you know, a Bobby De Niro or a KS, Kevin Spacey, when it comes to researching a role and acting a role. A man who's dedicated to his craft, who really observes the subtle nuances of life in motion. He spends massive amounts of time out on location, out doing research. Watching people move, that's what he likes to do. Was the shark difficult for Steve Spielberg when he made Jaws? Yeah, it was, but look at the results.
Ooh la la.
Have you ever wondered why today's computer and video games look so good? 3D is the ingredient that has revolutionized the industry and made your gaming experience better than ever. 3D artists create models and animations right alongside the programmers, and Control Freaks is giving you the chance of a lifetime if your dream is to get into 3D. We have a full version of Alias Wavefront's Maya 5 Complete to give away. Valued at over $4,000, Maya is the package on everybody's lips in the games and movie industry. With studios and developers like Industrial Light and Magic, Pixar, Nintendo, Sega, Square, and Electronic Arts, all using the world's most powerful 3D animation and visual effects software. We're letting Control Freaks viewers get into Maya. The first thing you'll need is a copy of Maya Personal Learning Edition. You can download it from Alias Wavefront's website, or send an email to the address below and request one on CD. If you're under 18, get your parents' permission. We want you to design a 3D model for a Need for Speed underground tuner car. Send us a copy of the model plus 3 rendered views. We'll pick the best 6 and send them off to Electronic Arts, who will make the final decision. All entries need to be in by the 10th of September. The 5 runners-up will all receive a copy of Need for Speed Underground when it's released in November. If 3D is your thing and you think you have what it takes, go to bravevision.com and follow the links to Control Freaks and the Alias Wavefront Maya 5 competition. We'll bring you updates later in the series, so get downloading. After the break, part 2 of our behind-the-scenes look at the Motion Capture Man.
Control Freaks!
There is one game that did more for sales of the Super Nintendo Entertainment System than any other. Surprisingly, it wasn't Super Mario World that drove people by their millions to buy the console, but Capcom's conversion of the coin-op Street Fighter II. Ryu, Ken, Guile, Zangief, Dhalsim, Chun-Li, Blanka, and E. Honda will long be remembered as the greatest ever champions of the beat-em-up genre. Ken and Ryu's Dragon Punch was devastating. Blanka's electrical moves were shocking. Dhalsim was just out there, and E. Honda's 1,000-hand slap would always be met with jeers of cheat from your opposition. The Street Fighter franchise is still going strong, with many new characters and spin-offs introduced over the years. But the original SNES version still knocks us out.
I got into this business because of my father, Mo White. He was a pioneer. He did Space Invaders, Pong, Donkey Kong, everything. It was from his first name, Mo, that the term mocap came about, as a tribute to his early work.
Ever since even his daddy, you know, he had it too, like in Pitfall, when he got ready to go drop down in the alligators. There's a certain point where you can see his full body extension down there. Now, it took them, from what I understand, 3 or 4 days before they got that right.
In the old days, it would take 3 people to do what Michael's doing. You needed someone to walk, you needed someone to run, and you needed someone to dive out of the way of the car. 3 separate people. Michael was the first person to really integrate those 3 things into one.
You know, you take that NBA Inside Drive 2003, I mean, he's got moves in there that they've never seen before in basketball. Well, he's an innovator. He's innovating it. And he's innovating that ball and his body and integrally putting himself with the ball, and it's just like it's all a part of him. It's like even though that ball leaves his hand momentarily, it's still hooked to him, energetically.
People take it for granted, really, because it looks so effortless, and that's all Michael. You'd see it if it were an ordinary person. If we could split the screen and show Michael jumping out of the way of the car, and you took somebody like my grandmother, and you had her jump out of the way of the car, you would see the difference, you know. And my grandmother, at 85, is very athletic. Sometimes I think that Truffaut possesses me because I speak with a French accent in the shower.
All right, everybody, places. We're back.
All right, everybody, today's the day. We're gonna get this done.
I want you to close your eyes, all right? Close your eyes, trust me. Imagine you're a French artist. You decide to go for a walk. Listen to your muse. You walk past a boulangerie. You take in the smells. Suddenly you're inspired. You decide that you're going to cross the street.
And roll everything.
Ooh la la.
And action.
They don't have an Academy Award for mocap, but they should. I've been practicing my speech. But until then, I'm just gonna keep doing what I do, what I can do. Because I just love games. I love games.
Next week on Control Freaks, we check out some more work in progress, take a look at how EA's new rugby game is coming together, and we see how high a car can fly. Did you miss an episode of Control Freaks? Well, don't panic. Every show is coming out on DVD. Almost 2 hours of features, interviews, reviews, and previews. There will be 4 to collect, all with bonus content. Coming soon to a store near you.